This is the Rangers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Now that was a Rangers win. After the very tough loss last night in 12 innings, the Rangers bounce back and they win today in 10 innings by the final of 3-2 on Elvis Andrus Day. It was only fitting that Corey Seager would smack a 2-run home run and Marcus Semien would come through with the clutch, bases-loaded, game-winning hit in the bottom of the 10th to win it. The series is now even, and it is now a series that the Rangers have a chance to win tomorrow. Here we go. Welcome into the Rangers POSTCAST, your team every day, and in our case, your team every single game. My name is Jeff Biggs, longtime host and reporter. Thank you so much for watching Locked On Sports Rangers, your destination after every single game. You can also find us on the Locked On Rangers podcast feed. That is where you'll find the outstanding work of Bryce Patrick every single day. And I know Bryce is going to have a lot to say about this one and this weekend. But what a win. What a way to go. What a bounce back win for the Rangers. They really, really needed this. I think if they don't come back and win this game, then we're having a completely different conversation. But they found a way after a very tough loss last night, one where they had a lot of opportunities late in the game to win last night. Very tough loss. A loss like last night might have been a knockout blow for a lot of teams, but the fact that the Rangers got back up today and found a way to win this game, I think they have some fight in them left, and I think we need to kind of pump the brakes on pulling the plug on the season. Got a lot of baseball left, and, we've seen this happen before. I can't tell you how many times over the years we've seen teams like Seattle that you could say that they peaked too soon. They're awesome in May and June, and then they kind of stumble their way into the playoffs and flame out. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but I'm just saying let's give this Rangers team a chance to win this series and take it tomorrow. And I've seen teams like the Rangers that struggle and just seem inept in the first half of the season, and then they find a way to crank it up and get it going in the second half. So which team is it? Which team will it be? Will the real Rangers please stand up? Well, we're going to find out here soon enough. But today, just a very impressive, gritty win. Tough. Hey, look, all that aside, Seattle's good. They're a good team. They're having a good season this season. Everything's kind of going their way. The pitching is matured. Their offense is normally their offense is a big problem, but their offense collectively, everything is going their way. Collectively, they're hitting the ball well. They're scoring runs. So the fact that like I said, I can't overemphasize it enough, and I'm not trying to be hyperbole here, but for the Rangers to bounce back and win this game and to beat them the way that they did when Seattle played pretty well too. Very important, very, very solid win. And now the Rangers really have an opportunity in this finale tomorrow to send the Mariners out of town with something to think about and a message. If the Rangers come in tomorrow, get a nice start from Jack Leiter and put some runs on the board and get a big win, then all of a sudden it's, hey, wait a minute, the Rangers won this series. Yeah, Seattle won the first two, but we're not in April and May anymore. We're almost at July, and so we'll see. But this was a very gritty win. Everybody, had to step up and contribute. really, really happy for Marcus Semien, and good to see the pitching again. I mean, if this offense ever gets going, but great job by Corey Seager doing his thing, homering for the second straight game. And so hopefully, again, like the end of the road trip in Baltimore, hopefully, look, it's early. They'll go home tonight, have a good dinner, sleep well, and come back tomorrow and get a big win to wrap up this series. All right, let's go over this really quick before we get to your comments via the RCC, the Rangers comment crew. We'll do that coming up in our second segment. Also, some more trade rumors that I'm going to share with you as well. But let's break down this game.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Well, what a day. I mean, the day started off with just a really, really nice ceremony for Elvis Andrus. I hope you had a chance to see it, or at the very least, you get a chance to see some of the highlights online later on. But I thought the whole thing was really, really well done. Great to see Elvis, great to see all the guys, Michael Young, Adrian Beltre. It was just really, really well done. I thought it was set up well. Love to hear what everybody had to say. I regret, I confess, I talked to Josh a lot, to Michael Young a lot. I even, I've known Adrian since his debut in the big leagues. Did not talk to Elvis a lot, and I regret that. I wish I would have. It wasn't on purpose. Just seemed to kind of work out that way. And, he was on a team with a lot of big players and a lot of big personalities. But, man, what a charisma, what a smile, what a career. And it was really nice to see that. Really, I thought, set the tone for the game. I thought Kumar Rocker, man, again, as critical as we were with what went down in Tampa, I mean, look at since he's been back up, and remember, he wasn't really scheduled to come back up then. It was out of necessity, and he's been up. But his 3 starts since he's been up have been outstanding. I mean, 2 runs or less. And, I mean, he really set the tone, I thought, today with a 1-2-3 first inning. The Mariners scored first in the top of the third, but so nice to see Corey Seager respond the way that he did with that home run in the bottom of the third. I mean, that was just outstanding. I mean, the way that inning went down, Josh Smith getting on the error by J.P. Crawford with 2 outs. I felt bad for Crawford. I mean, the ball bounces. I mean, the first baseman should be able to grab that, but he gets hit with the error. It is what it is. But hey, good teams make you pay when you give them extra outs. And the Rangers did that. Corey Seager, probably his prettiest home run of the season. And to do it against Wu was tremendous. I mean, that was huge. Second straight game with a home run for Corey. How about Josh Young getting a base hit with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th? I thought that was big. Top of the 6th. Tough to see the Mariners tie it the way that they did on that ground out. Again, they're a good team, and they know how to put pressure. And, we saw the Rangers struggling with that again in this game today, although they made up for it in the bottom of the 10th. But again, back to that small ball. And the one thing I did say, and I don't want to be a downer on the day, but in the 9th inning, I was screaming at my screen saying, where is Sam Haggerty? I know he came in the 10th and couldn't get that bunt down, but I mean, man, this guy has been lights out. You have a chance. He has a chance to face his former team. Why was he not in the lineup? And look, I I'm not trying to pick on Alejandro Osuna. Love the kid, love his energy, love his work ethic, but I mean, he just got his first extra base hit last night, a double. I mean, you know, this is the big leagues in 2025. I mean, you've got to be able to hit an occasional extra base hit or a home run or have a little bit of pop. And I just did not understand why Haggerty is not, when you're trying to get something going. I don't know. I guess, I think Bruce is so loyal, and to his credit, a lot of the stuff that we talk about, he focuses on the positive and seeing the good in his players and thinking the best of them. So I get that, and I'm sure he wanted to let Osuna finish the game because he hasn't been playing a lot. But I mean, I don't know. Anyway, it worked out though for the Rangers in that 10th inning, and to do it against Munoz the way that they did, great at bat by Marcus Semien too. The way this team has struggled, they couldn't get the bunt down, but Smith got hit by a pitch. Seager walked, so it was good. Just a good win today for the Rangers, and they needed it, and they have a chance to win the series tomorrow. All right, when we come back, want to hear from you via the comment crew, the RCC, the Rangers comment crew. That is coming up next. This is the Rangers Postcast. All right, well, as you know, if you've ever decided at the last minute to head to a ball game with friends or family, maybe on game day, and you suddenly realize you want to be in the stands, that is exactly where Game Time comes in. It's the easiest way to grab last minute tickets without the stress. Now, with the money you save on tickets, you can splurge on food, drinks, merch, or even invite a bigger group to go with you. Game Time makes it possible. Game Time makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop the closer you get the first pitch, and they've got incredible last minute deals, clear seat views, and a lowest price guarantee that takes the worry out of buying. And again, what I love about this is you can see your seat views right in the app before you buy, so you know exactly where you're going to be. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All right. My favorite part of the show, real quickly before I get to your comments, and thank you everybody for jumping in. If you do any kind of searching around with the Texas Rangers, basically every writer, blogger, wannabe blogger has Adolis Garcia getting traded somewhere. We talked about this, I think last week, about Jeff Passan's report that he believes there's an 80% chance that Garcia is gone. Well, I mean, he's rumored to go to the Phillies, to the Padres. So anyway, I'm just letting you know what's out there. But it's just funny to look at that and read all that. All right, leading us off today, Isaac Harlan. Isaac says, Marcus Semien, let's go. Yeah, that was such a great at bat. And I think what makes it even sweeter is the fact that all of us, we saw what a struggle April and May were for Marcus Semien, and for him to come out of it and work his way out of it and keep his mouth shut but play hard the way that he has done, you enjoy it even more for a guy like that. Alf says, now this is the Rangers we love. Finish it up tomorrow, guys. Peagle up. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Alf. Absolutely. Isaac says this game dragged, but they got the win. 2 extra inning games in a row is crazy. Alf notes, yeah, it is crazy. And I think it just shows you, though, and I mean this sincerely, and I hope you guys are on the same page with me on this, but it just goes to show you when we talk about this, and during the Baltimore series, and we say, man, that's going to be a huge weekend showdown with the Mariners. That's not just hype. That's not just trying to be dramatic or some kind of a shock value. I mean, we all knew this series was going to be different, special. This series was meant extra, and is a little extra special in a lot of different ways. And I mean, so far it has lived up to the billing and to the hype. And so I think if we're honest, we shouldn't really be surprised, right? I mean, I think, we talk about what a statement this series is for the Rangers, right? Well, I think, if you're honest, you could say conversely, this is a big statement series for Seattle. I mean, they have been the little brother behind the Rangers and the Astros for a long time, and they're trying to get up to that level. And so, they wanted to come in here and take another series and say, no, we're the team now. We're better than you now. And so this is tomorrow's a huge game. No doubt about it. And I think whoever wins tomorrow is going to feel really, really good. And I think whoever loses, it's gonna be a punch in the gut. No way around it. Dave Myers says we needed that one. Now on to take the series tomorrow. Alf notes that the Rangers are now 3-1 in extra innings, which is definitely good for something. You definitely want to be a team that can win in extras. You don't want to be the team that always loses in extra, and that's again with this terrible zombie runner rule. The fact that the Rangers relievers continue to do such a good job is great. I mean, that says a lot about how good they are. BB says redemption for yesterday. Now get the victory tomorrow. Good for Rocker. God bless Seager and Semien and the team taking advantage of the loaded bases. Maybe those red hats inspired them. Yeah, I can't disagree there, BB. Great point. Al says, apropos for Andrews, Ranger Hall of Famer, when Walcott is on the way, he reminds me of a young Elvis. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Walcott, yeah, we'll see. We'll see when he gets here. Texas Hobby Bin says, there we go. Glad to see Seager finding it again. Yeah, I think he is back. Definitely. Finally, he's finally like himself again. Took a little while, but understandable. Laura Berry says, happy for the win and improved offense, but I'm thinking the coaches bear responsibility for not coaching the guys on strategies, including bunts and squeeze plays instead of the same old play, I think, or same old. Okay, yeah, I think that's a fair criticism. I think also one thing that I noticed over the last week or so, we've seen this already in the series. It appears that the Ranger hitters were told, okay, you need to start working the pitchers better. You need to start trying to work the count, and don't be so quick to swing at the first pitch, or don't be so quick to just hack, which I agree with. But, I mean, how many times already in these first two games have we seen perfect pitches right down the middle that they don't swing at? And, you know, you don't usually don't get those again. And I'm talking specifically for guys like Adolis and Josh Young. You know, they need to, you know, if Adolis sees a pitch that's in his zone, he needs to swing at it, period. Ragamuffinable says, very good games the last two, exciting baseball, especially when the Rangers win. Keith is out fishing, says, fished a bass tournament today, hope you won. I didn't get to see the game, glad to see the Rangers got the W. They did. It's kind of dull in between, Keith, but the finish was worth it in the 10th for sure. And again, hope your tournament went well for sure. Soldier X says, we needed this win, especially now we have a chance to win the series since they have 2 series wins against us already. Yeah, absolutely. Have to win this series, period. And Austin Lockman says, Leiter gets the chance to show his toughness tomorrow. I'm excited to see what he's got in a playoff environment. Yeah, that is a great point, Austin, because we've seen Leiter in all kinds of games. Seems like he's pitched a lot on the road. Had the no-hitter. Who was it? Was it against almost the no-hitter? Was it against Minnesota on the last homestand? Whatever. But my point is, to your point, Austin, this is now, you know, a huge series finale, huge playoff type game at home with the series on the line. And so I'm with you. I think it's a great opportunity, great test, great challenge, all those things. And like you, I can't wait to see how Jack responds in this one tomorrow. And Keith is out fishing, got 5th place. And the footage will be up soon on YouTube. Way to go, Keith. Hey, that's all right, man. Good job. Much respect for that. All right, guys. Let's leave it at that. Great show. Thank you for everybody for hanging with me on a Saturday. Hope you have a nice rest of the night. We'll do it again tomorrow. But this one, I think, was worth the wait for sure, especially after a tough night last night. Great way for the Rangers to respond today. And as all of you have said, it's what you do tomorrow. Got to keep it going. Got to do it again tomorrow to win the series. But for a little while longer, though, we are going to enjoy this one. The final score, the Rangers bounce back. They beat the Mariners in 10, 3-2 to even up the series. They'll go for the series win in tomorrow's finale with Jack Leiter on the mound. This has been the Rangers Postcast.